strippers get exposed on paternity court.
But were you her customer?
Whatever that means.
Yes.
Whatever.
You came to the club. You came to the club every week and tipped me. Yes.
How does it go from giving you a tip to ending up in the bed with you?
From the beginning, you know, when I was doing this, I did lie to him about dancing. I told him I was going to be stripping.
This baby mama was in heavy despair, all because of the defendant, as he wasn't stepping up to the role of fatherhood. Meanwhile, Mr. Lee claimed he had genuine reasons to deny paternity, and today he was gonna share them all. Let's dive right in then, folks.
Mr. Lee is a deadbeat. He has not done anything for Winter.
That's ludicrous. I have 6 other kids.
Exactly.
And I am not father of her baby. She wants this because she's trying to pin this baby on me because she know I'm a good guy and I'm a good father.
You're not a good anything. You're a deadbeat. You barely take care of them 6 kids that you got.
Better strap yourselves in for this wild ride. So Miss Murray was an exotic dancer extraordinaire. Yup. But hold on, there's more. She met Mr. Lee at the club, where the said gentleman had been her customer for 10 years. Yup, the guys frequented the establishment for a decade, and now there were real consequences.
When she sent me the video of her taking the pregnancy test, she said, "So y'all won't think I'm lying?" And she peed on the stick.
I said, so nobody won't think that I'm lying about being pregnant. So nobody won't think I'm lying about being pregnant because everybody know that I was not trying to have any kids ever. So to get pregnant was a surprise.
Demiki or showbiz? That was the question. Now, he did used to visit her, though their versions differed, but the end result was the same. But how they went about that involved a cheating golden rule. Yep, heard that right. Now you gotta see what that's about.
But were you her customer?
Whatever that means.
Yes.
Whatever.
You came to the club. You came to the club every week and tipped me. Yes.
How does it go from giving you a tip to ending up in the bed with you?
I was in a relationship. When that relationship ended, I decided to give him a chance.
So that happened. Temperance with protection? Wow. Moving on, the baby daddy claimed he did keep on a check on the mommy, and apparently they were in the clear. Hold on. Their sweet arrangement wasn't just a one-time thing? Oh my! Flirting with fate now, are we?
You know, I was asking, hey, have your period came? You know, I was steady. I was on her about it, you know.
You was asking me that because you was trying to keep up with my ovulation because you was trying to get me pregnant.
How did you find out she was not pregnant?
A couple of weeks after that, I texted her and she was like, hey, you can stop bugging me. My period came. Just like that, she told me that.
All right.
Next up, we dive right into the conception window. And believe me, the waters there were murky. Yup, like this wasn't complicated enough. Baby mama had another guy in the mix. Yeah, got that right. Who's on the hook for this one now?
See, the thing about it is, I always thought. So I always took her word because I thought she was honest.
But I'm a schemer though, so why would you take my word?
But right, and you just testified that you broke the golden rule by taking a condom. So I don't even understand how that makes any sense.
Yeah.
We was both being reckless, Your Honor. I can admit that because after my breakup.
Moving on now, according to Miss Lee, she did tell the other guy. Apparently, he was still relevant in her life. But soon, Mr. Murray interjected with his side of the story. And boy, was that just pure accusations thrown left and right.
He's not.
He's active with Winter. They take pictures together. Winter takes multiple pictures with multiple guys. I don't know what's going on.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But that's the truth. I'm here to
Don't try to do that.
Well, hold on. She's 15 months. Is she calling anybody daddy or dad?
She knows mom. She knows her mama. She don't know nothing about no daddy.
Hold on to your seats because it's Judgment Day. The DNA test results were in and were about to be revealed. And those who were lying and those who weren't. So let's roll them on out now, shall we?
Mr. Lee, you are the father.
Baby like to say, whoop whoop.
It has been determined by this court that you made a baby with showbiz, so it's time for some light, camera, and act.
Mr. Cedeno brought his ex-girlfriend to court, claiming she was trying to get him back. Wait for it. By pinning the baby on him. Yup. Meanwhile, the baby mama was hurt over his denial. So much so as to claim he was the one toying with her. Oh boy, the drama level in this one.
But you claim the child in question, Aislinn, is not yours.
Nah, the time and dates don't add up. There's no
The time and dates add up because he was staying with me when I got
Plus
pregnant.
sleeping with the enemy, so
I
there's
wasn't
no
sleeping
way.
with no one around the time I got pregnant. I slept with someone about 7 months before I got pregnant with Aislinn, and then I didn't start speaking to him again until I was 4 months pregnant.
Did you hear what she said? The baby daddy was going places, man. And by the looks of it, the defendant was more than happy to let his girlfriend know about it all. Wow. And the plaintiff didn't have much to say in his defense. Well, that won't fly here.
I told her that I was
You just called her on the phone.
Oh, I text her first. I told her that I was gonna sleep with him, and she told me to prove it. So when we were having sex, I called her on the phone so that she could hear.
What?
Yeah.
You got on the phone with his girlfriend.
Yes.
I gotta get this.
Man, that's a lot of information to unpack here. Now, according to Mr. Cedeno, he slipped up once. But wait, because the mommy pulled out all kinds of math to prove that wasn't the case. But in doing so, another potential baby daddy entered to stir the plot right up.
Are you trying to trap your ex
No,
with
I
this
am
baby?
not trying to trap him with this baby. I'm very shocked. I'm very hurt that he would even deny her. He's my first love. He's my first boyfriend, my first everything. And I'm tired of him sending me mixed signals. He comes to my house and he tells me he doesn't love me. He doesn't want to be with me, but yet he's always trying to hug up on me. He tries to sleep with me.
So the plaintiff brought out real ammunition to fight this case. Guess he came to win. Hold on tight now, because you're about to experience some turbulence. If mommy can pull up girl math, daddy pulled out conception math. And tackling that mystery was quite something.
One of your doubts is that you weren't in a relationship at the time and she was sleeping with 2 or 3 other guys at the same time.
Yes.
Now, you heard that or you know that for a fact?
I know that for a fact.
He
He
heard
told
it.
me and she had told me.
He heard it. He heard it.
You're talking about who told you?
This would be a person that lives near me that I pretty much don't like.
I only slept with him to
She
get
interferes
back
with
at
him
him.
to make me
I
jealous.
did-
Yep, these guys had no relationship, and yet had 2 kids together. Mind equals blown. Furthermore, the guy had another girlfriend and had a baby with her too. Boy, did he require a much-needed lesson in parenting and sex education. Cue the school session.
Pretty much I'm gonna get Michael to have another kid with me. Well, I just had a kid with my girlfriend a month prior to her baby that she
mean
just
pregnant?
had.
So you got a baby right now
Yep.
by your current girlfriend.
Yes.
And this baby is 1 month older.
Yes.
The baby in question here today, only 1 month older than the baby you have with your girlfriend.
Yes.
Well, the baby mama decided to be honest. Guess standing in the court got to her. But in doing so, she brought psychology into the mix. Yeah, apparently her subconscious mind made her do this. Well, the judge gave a twist on that testimony.
Part of me wanted to have another baby, and another part of me did it out of jealousy, out of spite because of the
Because she
other
wants to
girl.
trap.
Because of the other girl having the baby. So I think in my subconscious mind, I decided to get pregnant because she was pregnant.
Was it your subconscious mind
Well-
or was it your super conscious mind?
Next up, neither of these guys were ready to let this go. On top of that, baby daddy claimed someone told him that Miss Ramirez had been busy with other people. And it appeared he knew those people, and obviously, he told all about it.
You've
Texting him
never
and her.
seen him go over there.
You've seen texts between this guy and Ms. Ramirez.
Idiot shows me it like, look, this is what I've been doing. Okay, why are you showing me this? I don't
Okay,
care.
well, there's an obvious reason why we're both doing it, but that doesn't mean that I got pregnant by him.
Well, I
So
mean,
you
I'm not on the
admit,
birth
Ms.
certificate.
Ramirez-
I'm not on none of that.
She has your dimple. She has your skin complexion. She doesn't have my skin complexion.
Wow, there was no love lost there. But wait a minute, there's more. Evidently, Mr. Cedeno had no relationship with the baby. He didn't help around or anything. And wait till you hear about what he wanted in return if the mommy ever asked him to babysit. The gall of this fella.
He won't hold her. If he does hold her, he makes up an excuse as to why he has to put her down. He has to go to the bathroom. He has to make a phone call. Just last week, he referred to her as that thing as crying.
Mr. Cedeno, to a beautiful little baby? That thing?
Yeah, but that's also a burden on my life. Like, I have 2 that I already have enough trouble providing for and caring for.
Now, it's the moment you've been craving, the results. Judge Lake had enough of this drama, and so did I, man. This was a lot to take, and these guys were something in their league of their own. Time to roll the dice.
Mr. Cedeno, you are her father.
I told you. She is, now you can't deny her. She's your kid.
A high school romance, once all bubbly and sweet, turned sour pretty quick with the arrival of a baby. Miss Smith claimed that a fleeting teenage romance with Mr. Womack led to the birth of baby Adriana. But wait, baby daddy was not convinced and denied any involvement in this baby-making escapade. Not a good start, but here we go.
She was 100% sure that she was my baby. Why wait 3 years to tell me? Someone texts me out of the blue, 3 years later, I have your baby. And I just accept it. I can't do it.
So you got a text. This is the text. You know I had your baby, and you write back, when was this? And then Miss Smith says 2015.
Oh, not a good way to drop the "you have a baby" bomb. And that too after a few years. Why wait this long, Miss Smith? But she seemed sure of paternity, and apparently baby Adriana knew who her father was even though she never met him. Let's see how that went.
My daughter is 4. And, she don't have a father figure. And when she see Mr. Womack, she wants to be with her daddy.
You said when Adriana sees her daddy, sees him where?
On Facebook, Your Honor.
Oh, on Facebook?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, so she got a Facebook father.
I think everyone at this point wanted to know how this messy situation came to be. So let's rewind a little. Apparently, the guy was a basketball player, and mommy couldn't resist that allure. Long story short, they had fun. Although baby daddy didn't agree with the said number of times, the fun times happened. Uh-oh.
He was like the all-star, basketball player, football player, and I'm just like, a regular old freshman. So me and Mr. Womack, start having sex.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
And then that was just like, did you date? Or what do you mean you just started?
We were trying each other DMs, like, messenger.
Fast forward to the pregnancy reveal. Baby mama kept Mr. Womack in the dark for months. Apparently, she had her reasons. Wait till you hear what those were. But following that theory, she pinned the baby on someone else. Yep, another player in the game.
I didn't, tell Mr. Womack at the time because I told my ex.
Were you purposefully saying, I'm just gonna tell my ex-father and I'm not gonna even think about Mr.
Point the finger at Mr. Womack was because every time that me and Mr. Womack would have a sexual encounter, he would say, I pulled out. So it was to the point that I put the pregnancy on my ex.
Judge Lake couldn't have put it any better, but buckle up, because it was about to get more wild. Finally, the baby daddy got to know about Adriana's existence, but immediately following that testimony, he had some serious information to share about mommy's extracurricular activities.
I was raised up. If it's a possibility, it's mine. And I didn't want her to not have a father in her life when I can be her father if it's a possibility she's mine. But after talking to my family, after 3 years, and you just now telling me, I can't do it. We can find out.
Well, the desperation level went up to 100. And then there's the witness shedding light on the tangled web of relationships and labels like the infamous go-to girl. Pop culture couldn't make this stuff up. It was the real deal. And the plaintiff justified it in this manner.
It really wasn't any
She was the go-to.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't want to put words in your mouth. Go-to for sex.
Yes, ma'am.
You got labels like that. That is the go-to girl. What do you do with? You just call the go-to girl.
When one guy done messing with her, the next guy, try to slide in or something.
And now the moment of truth. We danced around it and teased it, but now it was time to reveal it. Will it shatter hearts or bring long overdue clarity? We're about to find that out, people.
You are the father.
Mr. Clark was here in the court throwing a paternity test party for his daughter, Miss Liana. Why? Well, it seems her mom's exotic dancing career has shaken the family tree. And now, her paternity was a huge question mark.
You admit to cheating on Mr. Clark, but state your job does not make you a bad mother.
Yes, Your Honor.
You admit that you were unsure who Jay Leona's father is because you had an affair around the time of conception.
Yes.
Let's rewind the tape to when love was in the air and not just on Jay Leona's birth certificate. Baby daddy met Miss Probst at a party, and things got steamy until they turned bitter. Apparently, she went from fun-loving to fib-telling faster than you can say striptease.
I don't believe she even has a clue or idea who the father name is.
You're together and you're happy.
Well, this is how it happened. I was in Job Corps.
Okay.
I was working to get my CNA, nursing license.
Okay.
I met her at a party. She's a very fun, loving girl at that particular time. Took it easy, fell back, I went to school. Now, if I came back for a New Year's party, that was the first time we had sex.
Moving on, the doubts hit harder when mommy admitted to cheating. And you know that led to a mysterious conception time frame. The key ingredient for paternity mess. Baby daddy felt like he'd been living a 4-year lie. And that revelation stung.
Was admittedly around the time of conception.
Yes, Honor. I have a calendar. Can I show you that? I had submitted it to the court.
Okay.
Around Labor Day weekend, I slept with this guy, and so right there on the 1st is where I slept with the other guy. Everything
Okay,
in
so
yellow.
on September 1st, indicated in green, you slept with the other guy at the party.
Yes.
So, the pregnancy journey took a complicated turn following that confession. And the calendar wasn't so much of a help in that regard as well. Meanwhile, baby daddy uncovered some incriminating texts and pictures. Uh-oh, can't catch a break, can they?
You had set him up with these photos.
Yes, ma'am. But a couple months before that, I was texting a guy from a club that would come out who was one of my money men, and one of the guys that come and see me frequently at the club that pay me good money. So he had seen where I had been texting this guy, and he took it upon himself to call this guy back and, tell him she has a man and all this, and I lost that client.
Next up, the confusion was heavy and reigned supreme. And why wouldn't it? Since Miss Probst juggled dates with not one, but 2 potential fathers. It seemed Miss Liana's birth month was the result of a risky dance between dates and destiny.
Is exotic dancing just the career of your choice?
I had a rough childhood. Me and my family never got along. My father was never around. I just want my daughter to have the father that I never had. I had to do what I have to do to be able to provide for me and my children. The money is going to be spent the same way.
Wait, now how many children do you all have together?
2.
All this time and still no closer to the truth. But no worries, because Judge Lake had all the answers now. Yep, the results were in and ready to be revealed. Let's see if what the daughter thought to be true all these years was the truth, or just plain old lies.
You are not her father.
I'm sorry.
Don't come over here.
I'm sorry, but you already knew before we
it doesn't,
came.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Though.
I'm going to continue, providing for my child. She will always be my daughter, through thick and thin, no matter what the results.